Have you ever had a client walk through the door who had a complaint about absolutely everything, literally everything? The music, the atmosphere, the pricing, the way you actually did the service. Everything was wrong, and she complained the whole time. What if I told you that right now, you have the power to avoid that type of client for the rest of your career? And at the same time, you could also fill your books with hundreds of perfect clients. I'm going to show you that today, but in order to show you this trick, first, I need you to understand how you're attracting clients in the first place. When I first began my permanent makeup business, I had no clue how to build a clientele. I'll just tell you the truth. I had no idea what I was doing. So I did what everyone else did. I started posting before and afters from the few clients that I did have. I would post them on social media, and I ran specials. $50 off if you book on this day. There's a Wednesday special. Someone cancel. You can fill this, you get $50 off. This month only. I knew that these specials were complete bogus. They weren't special. They weren't a discount. They were me lowballing my services because I had no clients. And the people who were seeing these constant sale posts on my social media, they knew it was a game too. So they were just waiting to book until the next quote unquote sale. Someone even haggled the price with me and say that the sale price was too expensive, which was absolutely ridiculous. I needed to fix this problem, and I needed to fix it very quickly. Running a business on hopes and prayers and sales was putting me in the poorhouse, actually. If I didn't build an actual clientele with customers who could afford to pay me the service costs, I was going to have to close the business forever. So I decided to take action, first by looking at the data. So I opened up my Instagram analytics, and I took note of who was actually viewing my posts. The demographics told me everything that I needed to know. It was being seen by 40% men, 60% women between the ages of 18 and 25. And then also there were some random countries viewing. There was a mess in there, okay? So I didn't know who was going to walk through the door, and certainly no one with hundreds of dollars to spend. I was connecting with the cheap complainers, the broke Bethanies, the red flag clients, girls who were irresponsible, broke, disrespectful of my time, constantly rescheduling. They showed up at all. The complaints, the nitpicking. Broke Bethanies were a gigantic headache, and I needed to know how other people were getting these really easygoing clients who would not only pay full price, but then refer everyone to them. That's when my favorite client walked in, Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda is an amazing client. We had the best appointment. We had so much in common. Lots to discuss. We never had a quiet, awkward period. We liked all the same songs on the radio. It honestly felt like hanging out with a girlfriend. At the end of the appointment, not only did she pay in full, she didn't even ask me the price. And then she tipped me 30%. I knew what I needed. I needed more Brendas. I only wanted Brendas. So I changed my approach when it came to posts. Before, I was posting music that I like, current pop culture references, trends that I could hop on. Instead, I used Miss Brenda's face. And instead of slang, I spoke in a more elevated and kind of moderate tone. Every time I crafted a piece of content, I thought to myself, how would I say this to Miss Brenda? Or how would I present this idea to Miss Brenda? And do you want to know something? It worked. My books were flooded with dozens of Brendas, and they started recommending me to all their best Brenda friends. So within about a month, I was booked for the year with Brenda, so more broke Bethanies. And ever since then, my Brendas come for their annual appointment year after year, and they tell me how much they enjoy their visits. They continue to refer me to other people, and I haven't had to deal with a broke Bethany since. No complaints, no more reschedules, no more no-shows. No more fake sales, hoping to fill my calendar. Your favorite client is going to have really similar endearments to you. No one's biggest problem is that they have light or sparse eyebrows. Instead, it'll be something like they feel old when they look in the mirror because they see less hair daily. No one wishes they could get 15 minutes back in the morning because they're filling in their eyebrows. That's not the problem. The problem is that they miss when they used to wake up feeling pretty and didn't want to fill in anything. Now when they look in the mirror, they see a tired mom who lost herself in the early years of babies or toddlers. Even areola restoration appointments, it's not about the areola. Those appointments are about giving someone their life back and putting a final seal on this very emotional and difficult journey. Here's what I want you to do. The first thing you're going to do is grab a scratch sheet of paper and jot down everything you know about your absolute favorite client. I want you to give her a name and everything. I mean, everything you know about this lady. Let's take a look at Miss Brenda again. What do we know about her? I know that she is between the age of 45 and 65. I know that she is either retired or has a lot of flexibility in her work schedule. She doesn't reschedule 100 times because her kids are sick or because school was closed. Miss Brenda's children are grown and they are on their own now, so they need her less. She likes coming to my salon because of the casual and feminine atmosphere. She likes that we are open concept and we speak all together in the main room while we're doing services. The culture at my salon feels kind of like Dolly Parton in Steel Magnolias. Everybody gossips together and we share laughs, we share bonding experience. Every service is kind of just like a girls' gab session. Miss Brenda loved hanging out with her girlfriends when she was a young woman, and she misses being just one of the girls. So we listen to yacht rock, and there are Diet Cokes in the refrigerator, and everyone is a friend. Miss Brenda's biggest problem is that she misses being carefree and young, and for 90 minutes at my salon, she is forever young and one of the girls. So I want you to do that deep work. Who is your absolute favorite client? What do you like about her? More importantly, what does she like about you? There are 100 girls who do permanent makeup within like a 20-mile radius. Why does she continue to come to you? That's your secret sauce. Now that you know how to attract the perfect client, that's going to be a lot of work and absolutely no money if we can't get them to move from liking your posts to hopping on your booking system and walking through the doors of your shop. But the good news is I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that in my next video. Make sure that you hit the follow button and I will see you right back here.